I'll ravage.
That was a middle school teacher in Texas on SportsCenter. Why? Because he hit a home run. Why? Well, Byron Anderson is about to tell us as he joins us now. Byron, thanks for taking the time. The Texas Rangers were running a promotion. How did you get involved?
Well, it all comes back to earlier that week I'd heard about the competition on the radio. And originally I went and read the competition rules, and it said there was no ex-college baseball players. So I actually tweeted Chuck Morgan, who does the PA and is kind of the big guy up there, said, "Hey, why no ex-baseball players? Or college baseball players? I never got paid to play. So how about giving me a shot?" So basically he said, "Come on up here and take your cuts." But then you had to put 25% down on season tickets, and if you didn't hit the home run, then you had to pay for me, it was going to be about $2,000 worth of season tickets. And the way I finally got up there is I was at my son's flag football game on Saturday. The competition was from 10 to 3 o'clock, and about noon was my son's game. And basically, I just was goofing around with my father-in-law and my dad, and had told them I was thinking about doing it. And they both busted out their credit cards and said, "You need to go do this. You've always wanted to hit on the field. And, if they're going to let you do it, here, we'll fund some of it." So basically, it was going to be us splitting it 3 ways. And I went up there, and, the rest is kind of history.
So the grand prize was free season tickets, but was it just you that had to buy some tickets in advance because you did play in college, or did everyone have to?
No, everybody had to do it. I just got, kind of special clearance, I guess. I mean, they weren't very specific about the rules. It said no college players, but I don't know, is that ex-college players? Is that current Division I? I didn't really know.
All right.
So it was just, I was just along there with everybody else.
So your family members pretty confident in you. What was it like? Take us through that day sitting in the batter's box and taking BP, knowing you had to hit a home run.
Well, it was scary at first because I got there, and earlier the day, Michael Young, ex-Ranger shortstop, third baseman, and second baseman, had a hit on the field. And when I walked in, they told me that he didn't hit one. So automatically, I'm kind of shaking my head and going, man, I don't know about this. But my wife was very encouraging and told me to get out there and go ahead and do it. So I walked down and, just kind of took in everything. And I had to I brought my own bat, my own wooden bat, because I didn't just want to use a random one that somebody else gave me. I kind of wanted to have a feel for it. And so finally got in the cage after they announced my name, and kind of had a little bit of nerves going on. I don't get real nervous, but I get nerves like anybody else. And so I did what I usually do when I took BP when I was a kid in high school through college, and that's lay down a couple of bunts to get started. Then I took a couple of pitches, and then I started hacking away.
Now, I read the article that you had gone to batting cages earlier in the day, so you actually had blisters on your hand. But we also showed video of you running the bases, and then, see him still have them, running the bases and then after you touch home plate, getting to hug your son. What was that like?
I didn't think of it early in the day. I was so excited about just hitting the home run because, I knew I could do it, but doing it's another thing. And so I was excited, and basically, I just saw my son run out there towards me, so I picked him up. It wasn't until later on in the day when I kind of realized that it might be an emotional moment for other people, because I had people on my Facebook and Twitter pages saying, hey, it's cool that you hit the home run, but the moment with your son, that was awesome. And it's a little bit more special maybe for me. My son was born 13 weeks premature. He was 1 pound or 2 pounds 2 ounces. He had a heart surgery and was in the hospital for 82 days.
Wow.
So looking back on that moment, it's even more special for me.
Well, appreciate you sharing that information with us, and you'll have the video to show him when he's grown up without you appearing on SportsCenter. And us as sports anchors, when baseball games go into extra innings, we like to say, free baseball. Well, Byron Anderson, every inning will be free baseball for you this season. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us here on SportsCenter.
Thank you, sir.